Hello people, this is Mike Jr. the Second, and this is Let's Play Dark Cloud. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Yeah, this is Let's Play Dark Cloud. We are doing floors, I believe, 31 through 50? Yep, 31 through 50, okay. So, it should be noted that I've actually finished recording everything, even the very last boss, which I did with current commentary, so I'm just gotta record all these and then I'm done. Upload them, and I got a few other projects I'm hoping to be working on. I'm thinking about games such as Ace Combat 4, Infamous 1, possibly going to do 2 right afterward just because I love both games. But as you can also tell, the Demon Shaft music is in the background. So that's not from the game, obviously, because the game's speeding up. This is from... yeah, this is obviously from other things such as the gameplay. So, or not from the gameplay, but I downloaded separately. I thought about downloading the original track, which is only about 1 minute and 40 seconds long, but it would have been really weird because it fades out at the end, so I found an extended version online, so. But, yeah, no, it's, I decided to put this here. I've seen people who do, like, I wish I could do it like I did in my Pokemon Coliseum run-through when I did the 100, what was it, Mount Battle? Yeah, the 100 Mount Battle thing. But people really haven't remixed a lot of this game's soundtrack, which is sad because, as I've said, it's my favorite soundtrack of all time in any video game. And if any guys are curious why, I really have a good explanation for why. I think too many games try to keep a certain tone for their game. Like, they don't want to switch it up whenever it's necessary, and instead just want to keep things as they are. And I find it to be a bad idea, because I think switching it when necessary can really change it. And this game is basically just based on if this is the game, we'll do it just like the atmosphere. Like, you know, none of the tracks sound cartoony or everything. They do have kind of their same type of feel, but the tracks are completely different depending on which area you're in. And it has some of the best music for each individual area because it doesn't try to limit itself. It goes full out, and it really makes me sad that the Dark Cloud 2 kind of stuck with the same thing all throughout. And again, I don't want to kind of blame any Dark Cloud 2 fans, or I don't want to make any compliment. I don't want to kind of diss the game because it's not a bad game. It's not. Do I find Dark Cloud 1 better? Yes, but do I still like Dark Cloud 2? Totally. I like it. I think it's a good game. I used to hate it until I realized that it was named Chronicles, Dark Cloud Chronicles in Japan, and kind of made me realize the game really wasn't a sequel, but to Dark Cloud in a sense, if you know what I mean. So, you know, it kind of made sense that they didn't try to do the same thing with it. They kind of helped evolve the game. And after that, I totally get that, and I think that's totally fine. So, yep. So, not really much to talk about. I use mostly mittens now. There's a point in here which I make a dumb move, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. I believe that's going to be in the 40s and up floor, so yeah. I do have to say I did like recording it. I did like recording the 20s so that you got 2 different sets of monsters each time, because it really kind of spiced things up and made it more interesting, so halfway through I would see different monsters. So it actually wasn't that bad. So, yeah. And in case you guys are curious, I really wish... Mittens doesn't really get hurt a lot yet, but later on she's going to get a lot more hurt. And I really wish I had the drain ability, and, you know, I never even thought about this. But if you're stuck in a situation like I am, where you already have the Angel Gear or the next one, because... and you can't use the drain ability, because... In case you guys are curious, if you try to evolve, if you try to put, like, the opposite attribute into a weapon... It will not, it won't just go normal after you upgrade it. It'll go back to the original one because the game does that weird thing. The only way you're allowed to get rid of the attribute is if you evolve it into that attribute, such as the Drain and Heal being opposites. Because if, let's say I put the Drain in there, a Drain Seeker in the Angel Gear right now, and then I decided to upgrade it. When that happens, I would still have the Pour ability, sadly. Because that's just how the game goes. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. I would still have the Pour ability. Not the Pour, but I would still have the Heal ability because... I don't know why I said Pour. But you would still have the Heal ability because that's just how the game works. You can't just evolve it and get rid of it. It stays there after it's evolved. It's just... it's kind of... It's negated when the... what thing's on there. So there's really no way to get rid of it. The only way to get rid of it is like I did when I first started Dark Cloud. When I first played the game, and when I got the Sandbreaker, what I did was that I evolved the Thirst, the kitchen knife, since I got an early version of it before I hit Queens, into the weapon that evolved into the Sandbreaker, which has the quench, which makes you really, or was it thirst? I think it was, I forget which one it was, but basically it made you more thirsty. And when that happened, it negated itself. So a good ideal, actually, would be to status break the Angel Gear into a weapon that evolves into the Angel Gear. And there goes my phone. Well, basically what you want to do is evolve the Drain Seeker onto a weapon that's going to evolve into the Angel Gear, so that means it has the Drain ability on it. Then put the Angel Gear onto that weapon, and now all of a sudden the drain ability will be on there, and it'll still have a lot of the stats, and then you have to evolve it again. That really wasn't a choice on my end because I have to I wanted to kind of speed through this. I didn't want to have to take an hour doing so. I mean, it's a better ideal to do that. It's really hard to explain. If you want, I could make a video showing so to those of you out there who are kind of interested, because I could just put it in my tips and tricks for gaming, because I'm actually considering doing that for this game because I love it a lot, and I think I would really get attention for both this Let's Play and it would help out people a lot. So yeah, those guys you can steal premium water from them, which is really fucking nice. I love premium water. So yep. Don't really know much else to say currently. I do love the music in this game. Or at least the Demon Shaft isn't my favorite, but it is still a good track on its own, and it's very calming, which is weird for a place like the Demon Shaft. You expect something epic, but it's calming, and it's, despite the fact that it kind of contrasts with itself, it's still nice. I didn't listen to much of it though, sadly, because I decided to listen to Linkin Park music while I was doing this. Don't ask me why. I still hate Linkin Park, and I still hated the music I was listening to, but I decided to listen to it just because, I used to listen to Linkin Park when I was a kid, and it's just something that kind of threw me back to being a kid in a sense. So pretty nice. And now that we got this, we can go put in the Armored Crest and get to the next floor. So yeah. Bum bum bum. Bum, 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 bum. Nah, I'm off. So, yeah, I really don't know what to say now. I actually tried recording this before, actually, but again, my computer decided to change the volume levels on my microphone from like 22 to 49. And some people might not understand why that's a bad idea, but the reason why I don't want it changed is because basically, this is a really good microphone, but it's so good to the point that if I were to talk into it anywhere above like 30, maybe 35, my voice would get very, it would peak often. If you don't know what peak means, basically, if you've ever heard someone get so loud that it sounds all weird and stuff, that's basically what peaking means. Now, the cool thing about this microphone is that it's so good it helps prevent peaking, but you want to make sure the levels for how it listens is a lot lower, especially for a guy like me who has it listening to someone in the same room. So, it wasn't really, I hated that. I hate it when my computer does it. It hasn't done that forever. So I don't know what's doing it. I even tell the computer not to change it. But programs like Skype and shit are still changing it, and that pisses me off. So, but what are you going to do? But the weird part was, though, is that I did check it before I did it. And it still did it, so it pisses me off that the game doesn't fucking want to listen to me. So, yep. Not really much to say with the new monsters here. Or not the new monsters, but these monsters. I'll talk about the new monsters when they pop up, and time to get the fuck out of here. I don't dilly-dally. You can dilly-dally if you want, especially if you decide you want to get to this, if you want to mess with the Demon Shaft, like, mess with the first, like, 10 floors. Maybe the first 20 floors, before you get to the next set. But mess with the monsters then, if you don't have your stats all the way at full, to kind of go in the back dungeon and get more items or something like that. And here, I kept fucking up. I don't know why I gave up. At this point, it was like, this means war. I can't let it win. And it was a stupid lamb sword, which isn't that good. Basically, the lamb sword evolves into the... Not evolves, but basically, when the lamb sword is damaged, it turns into the wolf sword when it gets to that beeping thing. I think you might be able to use an auto repair powder, which has to be in your active items if you want it to work, by the way. But basically, you have to have it, you might be able to do that so it doesn't break, but I really wouldn't fuck with it. I mean, maybe if it was a ranged item, but not this. Because with ranged items, at least you don't have to worry about the game breaking it like 1,000 times more. And now we're going to be hitting 41 to 50, and this is going to be pretty cool because now we get to see the new set of monsters. Now, my theory that it might be based off of each individual dungeon was wrong, because at this point it should be like the shipwreck, and it's not. Now, as you can see, here are the electric Gemrons for thunder, and the funny thing is, we find a lot of people who are water in this area. A decent amount of people who are water, not a lot. But it kind of made me come up with the theory in the back of my mind. Or the obviously I probably could have talked to him with Steve, and this could probably prove me wrong. But basically, my theory is that it's possible that the Gemrons are here to actually take control of the monsters and keep them from destroying the place. I don't know, it was a thought that popped up to me, because it's like, they're usually the ones that, basically, they make it a pain in the ass for you to switch attributes, which is why I don't use attributes, because of the Gemrons. Because, like, there's a lot of people here, like the Gyrons, the little fish that charge at you, and the, I believe we see captains here now, who I believe are weak to electricity. I think, I could be wrong. So, I don't know. It's definitely like that for the last 20 or the last 10 of the levels of the Demon Shaft. It's definitely like that for those ones, because almost all the monsters there are weak to holy, except for the Gemrons are the holy one. And that was the only case where I switched the attributes, because the attributes did really up Mittens' stuff. Again, I really recommend using Mittens instead of Ruby for one good reason, and that is the reason that Mittens is, again, Ruby has to have an attribute effect. She can't have nothing, because that's just how her magic works. And Mittens is, at least Mittens, or you can even have Bugs too, or the last guy you get, Osmond. Bugs, Osmond, I named him Bugs. But basically, you could do, I don't know why I did that. Maybe I like, oh wait, no, this shit's already up. What the fuck am I doing? But have them, because they don't have to have attributable effects. So it's not that hard to just have these guys in general. See, boom. And if I had to have an attribute, I'd have to constantly keep changing it, which takes more time. But without it, it's, you know, I mean, notably, she probably doesn't do as much damage. Now, this is the Bishop. Bishop Q. As you can see, he has very big hands, possibly for the ladies. Well, actually, he's a bishop, and it's kind of like a priest, so maybe instead I should feel bad for little boys out there. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. And yes, I've been working on that joke since I found it. And when I recorded this, I also pointed out the same joke. And I also made the same joke and pointed out that I've made the joke for a while now. They're weird. They're like birds. I don't know why, but it seems like they're like birds with their fucking tail feathers. So yeah. So while I was thinking about games to play today, I came up with an interesting idea for a Let's Play. I want to know if you guys want me to do Dark Cloud 2. And I haven't really finished Dark Cloud 2, and, you know, I thought about making that kind of interesting. I've played through a lot of Dark Cloud 2. I know a lot about the game, so it's not like it'd be a blind run, at least a full blind run. But at the same time, there's a lot of things I'm just not really keen to Dark Cloud 2 because so much has changed. And I kind of want, I'm probably going to make a official video about this, but basically I want to make something that says, have you guys help me through the game. Not like a stream or anything, but something where you guys can help me out. See, I ignore a monster over there. And I forget, that might be a monster that actually has the key item. Do I go back to it? No, I don't. Oh, do I already have the key? I possibly already have the key. So, yeah, I already have the key, so not that big of a deal. Yep. Sweet. But yeah, I want to know if you guys want to do that. Help me out. Tell me, you know, what I need to do in the game, or how do I get through stuff. Like, how do I do the fishing? I believe you can collect insects in that game. I forget. I know you can actually raise fish, which I thought was a cool idea. You know, how do I level up my items? What do I need to take pictures of for inventions? Or what are certain inventions, which I'd never figured out when I was when I was doing shit. So, you know, shit like that would be kind of cool, and I think they would kind of make the Let's Play a lot more interactive. And, you know, as a guy to someone who still thinks that Dark Cloud 1 is better than Dark Cloud 2, I want you guys to show me why you think Dark Cloud 2 is better. You know, whether you play Dark Cloud 1 first, whether you play 2 first, whether you have never even played 1 before at all. You know, I want to see what you guys think makes it a good game, and, you know, stuff like that. So I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on that. This more interactive Let's Play might be a good idea. I like the idea of it personally. I love that fucking fish. I can't believe catching that was such a good thing. I tried catching fish though for the gems. And that kind of fish, the Mandarin, or however the fuck you say it, was supposed to be a fish that shows up in, that was definitely critical. But basically it's a fish that's supposed to show up at dawn at the Maskalaka place. And it did not show up. I waited for like 10, 20 days possibly trying to get that thing to show up. I even tried different ways, catching fish inside of the lake, catching fish in other lakes. you know, trying to get that fish to show up again, but it does not show up again, which sucks because I was getting like 100 like FP off of that, which is I believe the gems cost 50 FP, which are fish points, by the way. So it's like I was able to get like 2 gems off of that, and that was so nice, and it's like nothing, and my computer fell asleep. What are you gonna do? But yeah, no, I thought that was kind of stupid. I really wish the game would have decided to not do that. There's another kind of fish you can catch too, and I tried catching that. It's the best fish in the game, and I tried catching that, but didn't get any luck with finding it too. So I don't know, maybe it was a glitch or something, but it was just a pain in the ass. Now I'm gonna get to a certain point soon where I go outside, and the reason why is because idiot me thought that for whatever reason the skeleton key, or is it called the skeleton key? Oh no, it was a silver key. No, skeleton's key was the first place. But the silver key was a part of the first area. Or I wasn't able to obtain the silver key because I thought the game glitched out and I wasn't able to get any more of the stuff. So, and if you're wondering why I keep repairing, it's because I have so much repair powder, I can't fucking handle it. So I decided to just use the repair powder when I fucking feel like it. It might be the next area, I think it is. No, I think it's 7. But the 7th floor. But basically, and I thought that I wasn't able to get to it. Though when I did my failed recording last time, see, this is the point where I'm just like, fuck everything. I just use everything all in one go, throw out shit, etc. But yeah, I thought it was, but when I was watching the video, there was like one little fucking thing left, where there's one little like area left which I didn't really check, like an entrance to a hall. It might have been the exit though, so I'm not exactly sure. So I want to check that personally this time again. Keep my eye out for it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking about playing other Let's Plays. Again, that Dark 2 more interactive Let's Play where you guys leave comments. Possibly I'll put the comments in the videos too that help me out. So, you know, you can a way for you guys to get your name out there if you want to have just a little bit of name recognition. But yeah, basically, yeah, it's not this one. But no, I think it is actually. I don't know. So yeah. But as you can see, we got these Gions now, and a good way to dodge them. Yes, it is this place. Best thing to do to dodge those fuckers is to instead those guys, the space ones don't, but those guys actually go in a follow you in a straight line. The space ones don't, which we see next 20 things. But those things do not actually follow in a straight line, or do follow in a straight line. So when they attack you, just get around them. So, just so you know. And you can steal anti-goo amulets from them, which I don't think you could do in the regular place. So I think it's a good idea to steal those because they sell for 2,000 a pop. Not 2,000, 200 a pop. Yep, nope, that was stupid. So basically, yep, there's a whole nother level to the left of there. And I didn't check it? Really? Because watch this. There's an area to the left, and I did not see it. Okay, so the game didn't glitch out. Okay, so I was fucking stupid in this case. Don't be like me. Now, when I go out of this area, I actually go to sell my shit because I had that much of it. So I figured I'll just get it the fuck out of the way. So this video gonna be a bit longer, but it's not gonna be that much longer. This video wasn't too long, but the next one, the actual video, what was it? Starting with this one and ending with the very last one and not counting the Black Knight fight, basically it took me about 4 hours to record this. And that's not counting the first 10 and the first 30 levels, basically. So yeah, 4 hours, that was a pain in my ass, I'll tell you that much. But it was fun. It was definitely... See, look at all that. So I just decided to sell this shit. Now, getting to levels like 90, you start running out of monsters you can steal stuff from. Like, you don't get another version of the Giants at that point. The only thing you can steal them from are mimics, and not even the king mimics, because you can only steal escape powder from them. So, yep. I do love this music. It's great. Love it. So I'm going back in here, and I'm like praying. I'm just like, ah, shit, I better not be any goddamn glitches again, even though there was no glitches. So what are you gonna do? So yeah, no, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm possibly gonna be doing my Mario Tennis playthrough again sometime soon. And I have an idea for a review for it, because I saw someone review it and do an absolutely shitty job at it. And Fury showed it to me. If Fury's watching this, he absolutely knows what I'm talking about. But did an absolutely shitty review on it. and basically said the RPG part of the game was stupid, and I fucking wanted to punch it. I really did, because just like that was my favorite part about the game. And the funny thing is that a lot of people, including myself, didn't buy Mario Tennis Open for the 3DS because they did not have any RPG things, any of the RPG aspects of the game. So it's just like, well then, fuck me. So you're like, I'm not gonna get it, which sucks because, you know, Mario Tennis Power Tour is one of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance. So it's just like, I really wish they instead would have did that again. But I guess apparently RPG mode is too cool nowadays. Being creative is stupid. Instead, we should just do the same old shit all over again. I don't know. I'm got a grudge on that still. But you know, I mean, at least with the Dark Cloud game, Dark Cloud 2, the only thing I really didn't like about it was that they kind of got rid of the Georama parts, which I liked. I liked the ideal, and I didn't really like the ideal of this random fucking thing popping out of nowhere and telling us that we could build stuff from that. I know it sounds weird, but if I do a Let's Play of the game, you'll see it. But that was so weird, and I hated that. And that was another thing I hated with it. I mean, you could do a lot of customization in that game. Don't get me wrong. I love the customization you can do in that game. But the issue with me was that it really didn't fit in. At least with this game, it made a lot of sense why you can customize. You had the ability to. But with that game, it's just like, it wasn't because you weren't able to customize because... Like, the Ultimalias do something completely different in the next game than to do in this game. Which was interesting how they did it. I did like how they did it. It's like they took some parts that they wanted to do at the end of this game and added on and decided to make it more... try to integrate that into the Ultimalia. I don't know. And apparently Dark Cloud 2 is kind of supposed to be, I believe, a... was it a prequel? Or like a sequel, actually, in a sense. Like, story-wise, it doesn't really seem like it makes much sense, but actually there is some kind of resemblance between the two, but not really. That's the weird part about Dark Cloud 2, and why I rather have had it called Dark Cloud Chronicles. Yes, here I switched because I had 3 of these motherfuckers here, and they were a pain in the goddamn ass. And I kept getting my ass kicked, so it's like, ah, shit, better heal up, and I'm like, this is a bad idea. In a bit, I'm just like, this is a bad idea, I should instead switch to Mittens. Right here, I'm just like, fuck it. And I'm like, I'll just use... I won't use the ultimate... I don't need Attribute Piece or the Synth Sphere. And I'm like, fuck it, I need it, so... Now, the best thing about that, though, is that might have taken a lot of my time out, but I got the thing right away, so I can run straight to the fucking exit. Boom, see? So I did like that part of it. Yeah, no, not this room. Get the fuck out of here. You can take your time and defeat more of these levels and collect more of the items, especially if you still need some of the attributes, like the critical one. You still might want to collect some of the chests, like the big chests. But other than that, there's no point. So yeah. Awesome, sweet. Not really much to say, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. I guess another reason why I kind of had some little bit of hate towards Dark Cloud 2 was the simple fact that in the save screen there's music that plays, and when it plays, like, it's just like a simple tune, and then it actually gets to the chorus of the music. And I always tried to save my game before I got to the chorus. And at one point, I turned off the console before it saved all the way, and it deleted the file. And that's like why that's where I landed. See, I hated that. I got butt raped out of nowhere. Surprise butt sex. I was like, God damn it. But anyway, I turned off the console before it saved all the way, and that actually deleted my files. That's why I'm like all, save, do not touch that fucking power button, goddammit. And why I make multiple saves, so... I was at the C part of the game. I believe it's the third area in Dark Cloud 2. And I deleted, like, near the end of that, and I was like, oh, I don't want to have to go back to do that. Now, that was a pain in the ass. I remember when I found out there was a Dark Cloud 2, though, I was really interested in getting it. And I do like the game. I do. So don't get me wrong, Dark Cloud 2 fans. I'm not. I will diss the music. I do think it could have been better, but the music that it does have, that it, you know, inside of its own attribute, it does a good job at it. So apparently, the guy who makes that music also works on a few of the Professor Layton songs, but the other tracks weren't used, sadly, or for other games such as Dragon Quest VIII and Rogue Galaxy, or even though White Knight Chronicles. I do have White Knight Chronicles too, but that game takes a lot of fucking grinding, and you know, I'm not really a fan of that. Like, I can do grinding, but if it's a pain in the ass to grind, it's just like, what the fuck? So, I don't know, I probably need to find little things to help with the grinding. The game's like a Momorphiga, and I think I talked about this, actually, in my last... I don't know, was it the last one? Yeah, I think I already talked about this, but basically the, game that was made by Level 5 for the Xbox, well, it was going to be made, but it was canceled because of, apparently Japanese and, American people trying to get together and make a game isn't that good. Plus, the Level 5 wasn't used to working online for online games, so they had a lot of issues they ran into, and kind of said fuck it. And Microsoft was trying to point at something that they would still make the game, like, oh, well, the issues they ran into then is actually workable on the Xbox 360, but it still never came to being. Because White Knight Chronicles is, and the second game is like a, not really a Momorphiga, but it's an online type of game, something tells me that a lot of those elements were incorporated into White Knight Chronicles, which is a PlayStation 3 exclusive, by the way, so pretty funny. Bum 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 bum. Nah, I gotta stop singing the music. So, yep. These spade guys are not really that hard. You go up, you shoot them. I haven't really talked about the monsters, I apologize. The Rash Dasters are like the stuff in the original dungeon. These Q guys, they do fire and ice, and they will freeze you, or they do an explosion. The AoE effect from that is stupid, too, like they freeze you here. The AoE effect of the fire one pisses me off, because it's like, I shouldn't get hit after it's already hit the floor, come on. The Rash Dasters also give you premium chicken, which is fucking glorious. So, you know, I do, I'm definitely happy for that. You know, I'd rather not have a lot of repair powder just because you're gonna run into it sooner or later, but the premium chicken is expensive, and, you actually have to be in specific areas to fucking get it. So, like the, Darkhaven thing with the fucking guy, the old man. So, I believe you can actually buy it in Maskalaka, though, so. What you gonna do? Bum, 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 psh, bum, 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 bum. Stop singing, Michael. That was definitely critical. Gotta love Z critical. And sometimes I don't see the fucking thing drop, and that's annoying. And because I'm not listening to the game, I don't hear it drop either, so, more or less, that one's my fault, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, we are getting done here, so I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've been kind of rambling on. I'm possibly gonna go get a shower soon, and then, do another recording of the next area, because all of the stuff is done rendering on virtual dub, so it's all 720p and shit. Which is good. Yep. And if any of you guys are curious, again, I didn't do the 720p because I thought it'd make the game look better, because it doesn't. It just scales the game. But I did it because if I don't, it takes forever to have the file render in virtual dub, and that's a pain in the ass. So, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Mike June II, signing out.